Cheers. Le Rev. Le Rev? Le Rev.
Yes.
Did that all sound the same? I think it all sounded the same.
That was
But
good.
we are back. Back. Pristine caffeine. Taryn almost spit out her coffee. The pristine caffeine. I'm Christine.
She got an extra shot in
I
her
did.
cappuccino.
Okay, no, they only put one shot in this
but
cappuccino. So
technically you got an
obviously I
extra.
had to get two. So yes, I did get an extra shot. She got an extra shot too. So I'm wired. I'm ready to go. We're chit-chatting. But first, big announcement.
Dun, dun, dun.
We have a title sponsor for Pristine Caffeine. Taryn?
And now, it's time for a smoosh break.
We leave it all out on the sand, and after a match, the sand leaves itself on us. Mainly me.
Which is why we teamed up with Smoosh.
Smoosh?
Smoosh. It's a silicone body scrubber with the soap tucked right inside, and it is the best way to clean off all the sand and sweat.
And we actually use it. I love mine. So where can you get yours? Head to getsmoosh.com/TKN and get 55% off on a starter set.
Smoosh. Trust us. Such a great product. Anyway, love it.
Yes. So, sorry, kind of skipped over. We did go to Le Rev. This is where I got my cappuccino. She got her latte. What are we rating this?
I'm going to go 5.5 out of 10.
Oh, wow. I'm going a 6.8 out of 10. I think it's pretty tasty. We did not this time try any of the treats in there, but they all looked really good. I think I'm going to go back for that chocolate chip cookie and maybe that strawberry biscuit.
And maybe
but
the banana bread.
It was a cute little area. It was a cute little inside, lots of
Yes.
tables to like do work and everything. So maybe we go do some work there again and give it another try. But Le Rev, it's really a new spot in Baton Rouge. If you're in Baton Rouge, go check it out.
It is the cousin to Rev Coffee, if you are familiar with Baton Rouge coffee shops.
But since last time we were sitting on this couch, we played another international event in Ostrava, which, fun fact, Drew, after this Ostrava, he sent us a picture of Kryptonite, which Taryn and I had no idea what it was for a solid, 48 hours. And then it dawned on me, oh my goodness, he sent Kryptonite. He sent Kryptonite because Ostrava is our Kryptonite. We got 5th place. Which, 5th place is not bad. But we obviously, every single event we go into, we set ourselves up for failure because all we expect is gold. But yeah, what top of mind when thinking about Ostrava?
I think the last 2 years, we finished 9th and then 13th?
Yeah.
And then 5th. So that is what I left with, the fact that we finished the best we have ever finished in Ostrava. But
We may have gotten 5th another time,
did we?
but we've never gotten higher than 5th.
Anyway, it didn't feel as rough as most of the Ostrava because the other times we had lost in pool play. We had just barely broken out by a couple points here and there. So it felt a little bit smoother. The weather wasn't as kind of dreary this time. But yeah, it is just so frustrating because I really went in and I was like, I don't care if we haven't done well here in the past. We're changing that this year. And just really going in with that mindset and then it not coming true is frustrating.
I mean, I feel like that was by far
The best
we have played.
Yes.
In that 5th place in the quarterfinals, we make 1 or 2 plays and we're going to the semis.
Yeah. And those are the things that keep you up. Like Kristen said, that night, I did not go to bed until I think 3
it's
or 4
always,
a.m.
I think it's tough when you're in the 3rd set, you are receiving at 13-11 and you lose. That's a tough one to swallow.
And you hit a ball out. And you just you replay every single point. But you just learn from it and then you move on. And I think that's the part where I'm just trying to learn from it and move on faster. Or as fast as possible with still taking the key points and those things away. And the other thing is I do feel like we are improving every tournament still and just making small changes and adding the things that we've done in practice. So, yeah, obviously disappointed, but we move on.
Yeah. On the plus side of Ostrava, in the little gong, they make the absolute best Neapolitan pizza that I've ever had in my life. So
Pretty good.
We did get to have 2 of them. So there's pros and cons. And cons.
Yeah. Oh my
But-
gosh. And then leaving there. So the flights, I don't know if everybody has kind of heard the fuel. I don't know what the reasoning was. Our flight got canceled, delayed, whatever. And then we had to rebook, and then we were going to train, and then we were going to take another flight, and then we were going to anyway, it was a disaster trying to figure out how the heck to get out of Ostrava. And then we canceled a flight, and then the other flight didn't book, and then 24 hours later, it's like, check in for your flight. And I was like, what? I thought it didn't book. So it was just a lot going on.
Yeah, there was definitely a lot.
And that was right after losing.
I will say another Ostrava pro. They do it right. Mm-hmm. They set up food vendors. There's just events constantly going on.
Music.
Even during, like, while we're playing. Mm-hmm. And it's such a, like, family-friendly atmosphere. The crowd is always into it. So, yeah, Ostrava is definitely a place where I understand how it's been on tour for that long.
Yes.
They do an absolutely fantastic job. So thank you, Ostrava, again, for just another incredible event. I know I don't want it to sound like we hate Ostrava because we do actually like it. Just volleyball, we don't typically thrive there. That is true yet. We will conquer Kryptonite. We will no longer be affected by it. But anyway, after Ostrava, we parted ways. Shocking, everyone. We parted ways. We were not together for a week.
Yes. I left her in Europe, and I flew back. And I tried to warn you that the Frankfurt airport was a disaster and a half.
Oh, my gosh.
I barely made it on my flight. So what had happened is when we lost, we booked a flight from Ostrava to get to Krakow to get to Frankfurt.
Didn't we go Katowice?
No, it was Krakow.
Oh.
Krakow. And then we get to Frankfurt. We check into our hotel, which was a really cool hotel.
Yep.
In the middle of Frankfurt.
Oh, because we had to use our Amex points, obviously.
Yes. And then Kristen's mom came over. So Kristen rode with me into the Frankfurt airport. And I was like, oh, it's not going to take that long. Like, I'll be able to breeze through Frankfurt. I was the last one. Final boarding call. Sprinting through the airport. And I finally made it. Right behind me was a pilot, and he looks at me, he goes, what time did you say your flight was? And I was like, I'm not that worried. I was so worried. I was like, I have 5 minutes to make this flight before the doors just shut, and then you're stuck in Europe, and then you have to rebook. Like, once you get to America, there's always a bunch of other flights that you can take, but you just have to get out of Europe.
That darn Frankfurt. Cut to a week later, me and my mom missed our flight.
Right, telling you.
Because my bag, I had to book a different airline ticket from Hamburg to Frankfurt. So getting my bag in Frankfurt, it took like 45 minutes. We finally get the bag. We're like running. We get on this bus. Takes like 20 minutes, like she was saying.
The bus is in a different city almost.
Yeah, if you had to go so far away. And we get to check-in, and they were like, we can't take your bag. It's like, we literally, like, it's the flight is not for an hour. There's not many people in line getting through security and everything, but they just would not take my bag. So me and my mom had to book another flight, and that wasn't our deal. But anyway, back to you going home. What'd you do?
I had so much fun. I was jet lagged, so I got up at like 6 a.m. and I got to see everybody basically off to work. And I woke up and had coffee or breakfast or just sat with everybody for about 5-10 minutes. And then I called my grandparents and I was like, hi, what are you doing? And this is 7 a.m. And my grandma's like, we're about to have our coffee and make some eggs. And I was like, stop, I'm coming to get you. Go get ready. And I picked them both up and I was like, hi, you're going to be my date. And we went to breakfast and coffee. And it was so much fun. And I know I surprised them, probably scared the crap out of them. But
wait, did they know you were going to be there?
Mm-mm.
That's cute.
Oh, I think they knew that I was coming in at some point. But yeah, I surprised them, had some lunch with them. And then you get your normal appointments done where you get your hair done and I was also getting ready for a wedding type of thing too. So you have to stop and get everything ready.
That also reminds me that we get to Miami and Taryn's like, so what do you think about my hair? I totally forgot she got her hair done. Sorry. It looks great.
Thanks. So yeah, I got to see all of them. I got to see my cousins. I got to see my cousin's little boy who's just the cutest, hang out by the pool, play some games. I always go home cooked food over going out to eat there because it's so much better when food is grilled for you out by by the pool in the summertime. Oh my gosh, it was just so much fun. I texted Chris and I was like, I've cried almost every single day because I'm just so happy.
Yeah, clearly she enjoyed her time at home.
Yes.
If you cannot tell, Taryn liked being at home.
And then right after that, one of my best friends was getting married in Omaha, so I drove down there, and it was just such a spectacular weekend. There was a ton of different events, so I got to see a bunch of people, and it wasn't just one night where you're like, oh my gosh, we have to catch up as fast as possible. So 3 nights in a row, I got to spend so much time with all of my best friends and see everybody, and it was so fun. And then Eric got to fly in, and it was actually on Creighton's campus where the wedding was. So he got to see. I was like, this is where I stayed when I was a freshman.
Tour.
This is where I was when I was a sophomore. Yeah, it was really fun. And then, flew back with Eric and I and my parents and everybody. We had such a blast at the wedding, and then flew back the next day. And, you just get to the airport and you're like, this sucks. But
because she had to come back to me.
No, not because of that. But yeah, it was a great time. How about Hamburg? And did you like your new travel buddy better than me?
Oh my goodness. Guys, I'm sure you had to have seen all the social media stuff with my mom. It's crazy that, like, none of that is, like, fake or anything. That is just her. Like, all day, every day.
100% the funniest person. Actually, top 5 funniest people I have ever met in my entire life.
There's just so many. To me, sorry, Mom. Sometimes I'm like, oh my God, is this hilarious? And sometimes I'm like concerned. I'm like, is this for real? I'm like, no way. This is real.
Yeah.
But it is. That's just her. Shout out. I love you, Mom. I really think she should start her own Instagram. If I just told her, like, how to post an Instagram, I think she could go viral very,
100%.
very fast.
100%.
Because
she just makes friends everywhere she goes to.
Yeah. But it's just crazy. So, yeah. For those who don't know, she came with me to Hamburg. That was her second time
You forced
in Europe.
her to come.
I did not force her. At the beginning, I was like, Mom, this would actually be a lot of fun if you could come do a little girls trip. And she was like, yeah, that sounds a lot of fun. 2 weeks into 2 weeks out from the trip, she started questioning everything. She was like, why did I agree to this? I don't want to do this. I think she started to make herself sick to be like, I don't want to go. I'm not feeling great. She ended up making it there. I get to her in the Frankfurt airport, though. I forgot. She was, like, so flustered getting through security and everything. It was, like, the cutest thing.
Mexico the first time.
Oh, that is true. I was a little flustered. But it was just so cute. But, yeah. So she came. She was kind of my coach for the weekend. We did a little session, and she just had to, like, insert balls and stuff. It was comical. If you have not, go look at my Instagram. Just watch the videos. They are entertainment. That's all it was. But it's crazy because out of all those videos, there could have been like 20 more videos. If there was just a microphone and a camera on her at all times, it would be unreal.
Yeah. No, like I said, I just sit there and laugh every single time I'm with her.
Quick story. So we go to practice, me and her. The next day, we go to another practice where Luisa's coach like runs us through her practice, and my mom was just there to catch balls. So she met their coach, and then the day prior, she also met Linda, who Luisa typically plays with from Germany. So cut to 3 days later, we're at the Queen of the Court event. Me and Luisa are on the sand. We're looking up into the crowd, talking with her coach and Linda, and my mom comes up and is like, "Luisa, Chris, we know these people?" I'm like, she's got to be joking, right? They're like, she just saw this guy this morning. Like, she has to be joking. And then I realized on her face, I'm like, oh my gosh, she is actually serious. And you could, for that small instant, I look at Luisa, the coach, and Linda, and I'm just like, their faces, I wish someone had a picture of the amount of confusion. But I was just like, Mom, that's their coach. You were with him this morning. She's like, oh my gosh.
Maybe
in her defense, he did have a hat in the morning. He did not have sunglasses, just a hat. Only had a hat on.
Changes.
He did not have.
You not seen Superman? Or
I know.
Like
the glasses really do it. The clear glasses really do it. But yeah, so little things like that I'm just like, what? But it's also so funny. And Luisa was like, where's the camera? Like, we need to record this. But yeah, just overall, great time. Ate some good food. We really did. We explored so much of Hamburg. The amount of steps we got in. My Oura ring was just like 20,000 steps every single day, saw so many things. Louisa was joking. She was like, I think you could be my tour guide for Hamburg now. She lives in Hamburg. So yeah, it was just good time. It was fun playing with Louisa. Obviously very different than playing with Taryn. It was just that was the first time in 5+ years that I played with someone else, which is also weird because in practice you normally like play with different people, but like I don't. So yeah, it was just weird but fun, and yeah, love Louisa. Awesome time. Queen of the Court, I definitely want to do it again. It was just such a fun vibe, chill. All the players are just fun to hang out with. But yeah, good time. Highly recommend. But we should do one.
I will say, when you were playing and I had to try and figure out how to watch you play, I understand why people are mad because
I feel like we posted on my Instagram. Like, this is the link.
How I went to the link and then I had to sign in. But there's just like so many different steps. So I was just like, I want to watch her. I want to watch her play now. But yes, I understand everybody else is paying now. I was like, this is so much easier when you just step on the court and you're like, everybody else just figure out how to watch it. Like, it'll be fine. But It was so fun watching you play. It was weird. But it was like, I was like, everybody stop what you're doing. And I made my whole family stop and watch you play. I was like, we're cheering for Kristen right now. And even though you were not wearing American colors.
Oh my goodness, they did give me a German jersey. It was weird. It was weird. It was weird for me.
It was weird to see you in not red, white, and blue. But you crushed it. You had to do
I think red, white, and blue looks better on me. Just saying. The black.
I think so too, but
yeah,
it was really fun to watch you. So many people were like, "Are you mad she's playing with somebody else?" And I was like, "No."
Yeah,
we are still playing together. It's okay. She was playing with somebody else for the Queen of the Court. But yes, I do want to play in a Queen of the Court at some point. But until then, we just played in the Miami AVP
Our
League.
AVP League debut. Miami. That was
Week 1.
So we played Miami the very first year of the league, but it was outside and it was at the tennis arena.
Yeah.
Whereas this one was inside where Unrivaled is, and the facilities were so nice. We walked in and there was a sign in the locker room and it was specifically Austin Aces women. We had our own little locker room. That does not happen.
No.
It was crazy. So yeah, the facilities really nice.
Yes.
Sand, definitely your typical inside, not as deep, very jumpy.
But like perfect size of the arena. Everybody was close enough. You could almost hear everything.
Yeah. The lighting was
a little weird.
It was crazy. It was cool because it made it seem like beach. It was like we're the show, like we're the entertainment, just because the lights, and then the crowd was so dark. It felt like we were on a stage.
Yeah.
But yeah, some of the lights, I would say the one thing we said the lights affected was setting the most. I don't know if you our guys that first set when Troy doubled that ball. It was
as soon as he did it, I was like, he lost the ball.
Yeah, because some of those, if it hit, you were basically just setting the light. You were like, I hope I'm about to. Yeah. So setting and then jump serving because it was right. The lights were right on the back line. So if you threw it up in one of them, that was a little difficult.
But otherwise, I thought it was such a great venue to really showcase beach volleyball. It was packed. People were enthusiastic. People were entertained. I thought it was a great location, honestly.
Yeah, it was right by the airport, so getting around, we appreciate when it is close to the airport. We don't have a long drive. So that was really nice.
We flew back Sunday morning.
At very early in the morning.
People are always like, oh, do you book your own flights? Yes, we book our own flights because at 5 in the morning when we were already at the airport, we didn't have anybody else to be mad at but ourselves because we booked that flight for ourselves.
Yeah. But overall, great weekend. We started out 2-0. Boys, I thought they were right there.
They were right there.
Both matches had opportunities. Yeah. So they're definitely... I believe in them. They're going to be fine for the rest of the season. But yeah, great crowd. We appreciate everyone cheering for the Austin Aces. We tried to get our Austin Aces cheer going. Hopefully now people get more on board and they know our Austin Aces cheer.
But then we have 3 more league events, which are?
First up, Central Park. Then we go to the Hamptons.
These are both in July.
Yes, in July. Then Dallas. and then hopefully AVP Championships in Chicago.
Labor Day
But
week.
prior to that, we are back internationally. Our next event is Stadt, Switzerland. Probably our favorite place is that place. Ugh, you hear us talk about it so much, you may get sick of it, but so great. Absolutely love that place.
I love it. It's picturesque. It is beautiful everywhere you go. The water, the people, talk about a well-run tournament. Like every single year, it's the same people at the courts. They know when to time it out. They know everything. It is just, yeah, like I said, one of our favorites, one of everybody's favorites. So excited to go there.
Also, back to Miami, so obviously, if you're living under a rock, you now know the FIFA World Cup is happening right now. But I discovered this weekend, Taryn, when someone kicks the ball in between your legs, what is that called?
Meg.
You said, that is not how you said it.
You said, you get megged.
Can you say it again? Because that just sounds so funny. Big.
That's why
Meg.
I practiced, so that I could say it like that.
Yeah, she's been practicing. That was not how you said it.
I said it like I said it when I said the second time.
Say it again. Come on.
No,
Give the people what they
you
want.
can rewind it.
Give
and
us
go watch
your
it
South
yourself.
Dakotan accent.
No.
Meg. You just got megged.
Okay, last thing before we go, because we have to wrap it up. What are you doing this weekend?
Oh, just closing on a house. Adulting. It's scary. A lot of money is about to go bye-bye, but
You get a
very, very
house
excited.
with your
Get a house.
husband.
Yes, we are so excited. If someone you actually probably can't walk into our apartment right now because it is just a disaster. There is stuff absolutely everywhere. So hopefully in the next coming days, we will get that organized. But yeah, we will be
If
to
you
a
know
new house.
Kristen, that stuff will be organized before she goes to bed because she can't do anything until it is
My
done.
OCD comes out a little
lot.
bit. A
a
little bit.
lot.
It's also right
lot.
now, my husband is a indoor volleyball coach, so he is just super busy. We're trying to move into a house. A lot
So
going
she
on.
recruited my husband and myself, and we're gonna crush it.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we can stick to Kristen's OCD rules.
Yeah. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. Le Rev, this was our one. Pristine Caffeine. Christine.
And I'm Tareen.
And don't forget, go get your smoosh. You have anything else?
No.
That's it. We're end with that. Get your smoosh.
Cheers.
Bye-bye. Cheers.